Champions of Norrath, thank you for answering my call in what may be our darkest hour. The unthinkable has happened. Orcs and goblins, once mortal enemies, have now become allies and attacked our beloved home in Feydwer. Even as we speak, they move through Feydark Forest unopposed. They have pillaged our home, Kelethin, and put our loved ones to the sword. Their tracks leave scars upon the land that may never be healed. Yet, my friends, I fear that this is only the beginning. If Feydark falls, then so falls Feydwer, and then these beasts will have all of Norrath by the throat. This is not a battle we are fighting. It is a war, and it is one we must win. Many brave fighters have fallen, and many more are dying in the forests below. To win this war, I need more than soldiers with a will to fight. I need heroes, men and women of strength and bravery, who can turn aside this tide of hate that threatens our kingdom and all of Norrath. Who amongst you will take up the sword, the staff, the hammer, and drive this scourge from our land? If there be any who would lay down their life for the glory of Feydwer, for the defense of Norrath, then speak now. Ah, a welcome sight indeed. My heart rejoices. If nothing else, I am wealthy in friends. But I warn you, the road ahead will not be an easy one. You may think the enemy nothing more than a rabble of ill-disciplined orcs and goblins. Do not be deceived. These beasts are treacherous, and they are led by an orc who is bigger, stronger, and more cunning than any I have ever met. His presence alone whips these orcs and goblins into the army that cuts its way towards us even now. But if someone, a hero, were to carry the battle to this orc chieftain, then perhaps our fortunes could be reversed. I need you to enter the Great Feydark Forest, discover who this orc chieftain is, what his plans are, and if possible, defeat him. You will need supplies and weapons for the coming battle. Visit our shopkeeper, Nenmar. I have instructed him to provide you with whatever you need for a fair price.
Aren't you a little overdressed for a stroll through Feydark Forest? And maybe you haven't heard, but we're fighting orcs today.
Your words are wasted on this one, Eodane. It's but another fool who thinks to be a hero. When will Ithcorius stop sending them to us? They don't come prepared, they don't follow orders, and they don't bathe. They're more trouble than they're worth. Mark my words, we'll end up burying this one right next to the others.
With your charm, Hathnel, it's little wonder we don't get more recruits from Feydark's champions. You will have to excuse my friend, but he does have a point. If you're here to do battle with the orcs or goblins, you'll need to better equip yourself.
Equip with what? We haven't got any extra provisions. The goblins took everything they could lay their hands on. You might as well go home.
The Heartwood Master would not be pleased to hear his warrior welcomed with such words, Coel. This knight has traveled a long way to do battle at my father's request, on behalf of our people. Forgive Coel's words. These have been difficult times for us all. I am Elgawain, lieutenant in the Feydark Battalion, and son of Ithcorius. You are welcome here among us, champion. I see my father chose wisely, indeed. You could not have come at a better time. If you wish to arm yourself with better weapons and armor, then it may be that we can aid each other. Beyond the rock grotto are 2 fallen trees which mark the goblins' cave. In this cave, you will find the spoils the goblins plundered when they sacked our home of Kelethin. In exchange for spilling goblin blood, you may also find other things there which could be of great use to you on your mission.
Glad you made it back. With you by our side, I think there's hope for winning this war.
The orcs have sealed themselves inside the forest ruins, and our scouts spotted their chief's entourage riding into the camp. This means they will attack soon, with everything they have. We have to get this gate open, and you can help us. There might be a way to open the gate from the orc caves down the river, but until now, no one succeeded in reaching the caves, or at least returned.
Elgawain has gone to try to find a way to open the gate himself. I fear for his chances, but he seems determined to drive back the invaders single-handedly.
Follow the river to the orc caves and find the gate mechanism. We must get those gates open now, before the orcs attack.
Do not be alarmed, my champion. I am not here to hurt you. There is not much time. I can feel his presence approaching even now. You must find me, and do not lose hope. If we do not unite against this evil, then all of Norrath will suffer.
So, Leith Hound has tracked me down. Such perseverance. And such stupidity to pursue one's own executioner. Is this scroll what you've come for, Hound? Then your chase was in vain. Even the great Mayong Mistmore could not decipher it. The Black Scroll cannot help you. Any of you. But I am not without mercy. I will let you leave with your life. Stay, and I will gut you like the dog you are. This is not over. We will meet again.
Yes, this is it. I know it's around here somewhere. Maybe this is it. Well, this is as far as I go, which is a lot farther than I intended. The gate to the underworld is just along there. Should let me know weather, the monsters, all that. Good luck. I don't envy you.
Again our paths cross. I would have thought you wiser than that. But yet you come on, relentless, like the beating of an orcish war drum. But where has your courage led you, Hound of Leithcorius? I am told the bite of a spider causes unbearable agony. It's akin to fire flowing through every vein in your body. And just when you think you can endure it no longer, your muscles seize up, your struggles cease, and your body becomes a cage as the paralysis sets in. Once you are bitten, I suggest you close your eyes, or else you'll be able to do nothing but watch as the spider devours you. Consider this payment for all you have done for Leithcorius and these elves. If I cannot see them impaled on spears before me, then I'll settle for your slow, agonizing death.
Certain that Leithcorius' champion had been slain, the orc leader forged deep into the underworld. But his overconfidence would prove his undoing, for the champion yet lived and was closing fast upon his trail.
So now someone else has brought trouble down here from the overworld. That's the last thing we need. Now, I don't doubt that the orcs up there are savages, but we got troubles of our own. Ants. Millions of them. And no, these aren't little ants that you find in a sugar bowl. No. These ants are the size of houses, and they're chewing up Black Delve Reach and the people piece by piece. Do you know what it's like to be worried about losing your head every time you open a door? A mammoth ant could be right there, waiting for you, then snip, no more head. Being headless is not something this gnome wants to be, thank you very much. And if the ants weren't bad enough, something far worse lurks in the shadows. We have a new resident in Black Delve Reach. A vampire by the name of Lord Vannerost. He's got all of us gnomes looking over our shoulders. Look, I can't see him all now. Come to my house later, we can talk safely there.
If you've come on behalf of Lord Vanarost, you can tell him right now he'll get his boat when it's finished. Sending his friends to check on me every half minute ain't gonna get this boat done any faster. You understand? In fact, you can tell Mr. High and Mighty I would have had his ship finished by now, except for his orc friend threw a fit, broke a lava pump, and took the exchanger. I don't know what that oversized beast wanted with an exchanger, but I can't finish the iron reinforcement plates needed for the keel if the pump's not working. No plates, no ship. You understand? This job's gonna take twice as long if you stand there watching me. Wanna help? Then make yourself useful and go give my apprentice Cull a hand. He's working on the pump that fool orc broke. Of course, Cull could have been eaten by a mammoth ant. The whole village been overrun with them. You won't be able to reach them until they've all been cleared out. Zagmar! Karoni! Hostile! Halt and withdraw! Leave the Overworlder in peace. Forgive my pets. They are a little over-vigilant. They attack anyone who passes when the lava flow stops. They've been agitated ever since they encountered that huge orc who sabotaged the pump. They attacked him, but he strode through them without suffering a scratch. I doubt that beast is an orc at all. There is some magic surrounding him, and his shadow is wrong. I have reopened the passage to the Caverns of the Fallen. I wouldn't go there unless you have to, but I understand if you must.
I suppose I should thank you, even though I know my dad is paying you to do this. But you did find all my precious little kitties, so I'll go back. But only because Koe needs her paw looked at, not because my dad told you to get me.
Bide your time. Hate by nature consumes itself, and in its rage, this beast will leave itself vulnerable.
She's ready to sail.
visitor. Do you know why you have come? It is the allure of this place. The allure of the lord of this castle. All of our kind carries such power. You know of what I speak. Your heart rate is quickening. I can feel it from here. Beating like a drum. Such sensual music, warm, hungry. Is it fear that causes your heart to beat so? Do not be frightened. We are not strangers. You knew of me when you were a child, upon your grandmother's knee. Though you dare not speak it, your heart knows my nature, and your mind knows the one word your tongue dare not admit. Vampire. Drinker of life. I am Silea, and I know the reason you are here. You pursue the one called Pelus, who wears an orc's face and treats even my lord Vanarost as a servant. I will tell you where this Pelus may be found, but such knowledge carries a price. Before you speak, my price is not blood. Believe what you will, but I have no wish to sink my fangs into any mortal creature like some bloated parasite. I wish to fight these urges, lest I surrender what is left of the Silea that was and become no more than a beast. At the edge of the sea, near the village of the gnomes, grows a flower called the blood vine. When I eat it, it diminishes my urge to feed. Follow this hall, and you will emerge close to where the blood vine grows. Bring it back to me, and I will lead you through this castle to this palace you seek. Perhaps. But you must hurry. Without the blood vine, my urges grow ever stronger. Soon they will devour the last of my resistance, and then nothing will be able to stop my cravings.
I guess it could be worse. I could be dead. But for some reason, old Sabretooth is keeping me alive. I think he wants me to guide him down the pit of ill omen. After that, he's gonna tap me like a cask of wine and drain me dry. Look, I'll make a deal with you. Get me out of here, and I'll lead you anywhere. Anywhere you want to go. Even to the bottom of the pit itself. But the thing is, the key's not around here. You'll have to go to Vanarost Castle and get it. If you do, though, watch out. Vanarost has this lady vampire of his walking the halls of his castle. She's a real piece of work. Trust me, you'll know her if you see her. She almost makes me think being a vampire might not be too bad.
The blood vine. You have brought it. I pray you never know what it is to need anything as desperately as I need this flower. It is enough. I am in your debt. If you still wish to feed upon Pelus's throat, then come with me. I will take you to the beast. But from there, your path is your own. It seems Pelus meets with my lord Vanarost this moment. Watch, but do so in silence, lest we be overheard.
I trust the shipment was to my lord's taste.
We shall see, Palace. I have yet to sample the stock you have brought. They seem a trifle thin, anemic, but they are of proper age and vintage. They will suffice.
And I trust I will be equally satisfied with the bodies you have provided me, Lord Vanarost. My army is nearly assembled. I was merely waiting for the remaining undead soldiers you promised me, and I'm pleased I did not have to wait long. I'm an impatient man, and there is much to be done.
Then I will not keep you, Palace. As promised, I grant you safe passage through my kingdom, this time. I have other guests that require my attention, if there is nothing else.
Oh, there is much more. I think when we meet again, my lord, you will find much has changed. Events will unfold quickly from now on, and I shall not forget your loyalty, or that of your servant, Lady Xylea. It's a pity she could not join us.
Yes, a pity. Did you know, Palace, that the blood vine, while beautiful, has spines along its stem that can stab a man when he plucks it? Such a beautiful flower, and such a treacherous one. Perhaps it is best that the beautiful Lady Xylea was detained. I fear in light of recent events, her loyalty is suspect.
Do you know why you have come? It is the allure of this place. The allure of the lord of this castle. All of our kind carries such power. You know of what I speak. Your heart rate is quickening. I can feel it from here. Beating like a drum. Such sensual music, warm, hungry. Is it fear that causes your heart to beat so? Do not be frightened. We are not strangers. You knew of me when you were a child, upon your grandmother's knee. Though you dare not speak it, your heart knows my nature, and your mind knows the one word your tongue dare not admit. Vampire. Drinker of life. I am Xylea, and I know the reason you are here. You pursue the one called Pelus, who wears an orc's face and treats even my lord Vanarost as a servant. I will tell you where this palace may be found, but such knowledge carries a price. Before you speak, my price is not blood. Believe what you will, but I have no wish to sink my fangs into any mortal creature like some bloated parasite. I wish to fight these urges, lest I surrender what is left of the Xylea that was and become no more than a beast. At the edge of the sea, near the village of the gnomes, grows a flower called the blood vine. When I eat it, it diminishes my urge to feed. Follow this hall, and you will emerge close to where the blood vine grows. Bring it back to me, and I will lead you through this castle to this palace you seek. Perhaps. But you must hurry. Without the blood vine, my urges grow ever stronger. Soon they will devour the last of my resistance, and then nothing will be able to stop my cravings.
Babignan! Now, he's the best there is. He'll see you the way you need to go or die trying. Best of luck, friends. Hope you know what you're doing. May the pit be kind to you. May the gods watch over you. Best ship I ever built. As long as they don't hit any storms on their journey, they should be fine.
A great wound on the face of Norrath. The pit of ill omen was a mighty sea, imprisoned on all sides by towering cliffs. It was a hidden world containing grasslands, tropical islands, and even stretches of desert within its chaotic interior, all knotted together by mysterious ancient gates. Part of an old riddle that no explorer had yet been able to solve. Having barely survived the perilous journey into the pit, the wooden boat, in urgent need of repair, soon found itself in the prey of another force. Not long after their arrival, evil magic filled the sky of the pit, and lightning lashed down from above. The tired vessel found it had nowhere to flee, and the storms tore the ship apart. But there were survivors, and that meant the battle for Norrath was not yet over.
Easy there, easy. You took quite a beating. Almost thought that storm had killed you. You got some courage to brave the waters around here. They don't call this the Island of Knives for nothing. Those waves out there can cut a ship to pieces. You're the only one I've seen crawl away from that ship of yours. Hope there wasn't no one but you aboard. If there was, well, I pity him. No one deserves to die on the bottom of the ocean floor, no matter what they've done in their lives. I can guess why you're here. After that big orc, maybe, huh? Him and his slaver's been a terror on these islands for months, taking prisoners and carrying them up to Black Delve to get turned into the walking dead by some vampire or another. That orc's the one who sacked the village of Water's Edge on the western side of the island. Not a person left in it. They've all been carted away to Black Delve or to prisons here in the pit. That's why I've been hiding up here on this side of the island. Didn't want to get myself captured.
Thank the gods you rescued me. Those slavers were using me as a pack mule to carry what was left of the town of Water's Edge over to their camp on the western island. Then suddenly, some orc pops through the portal and tells them to prepare an ambush for you. Guess they didn't prepare enough, huh? Right over there is the portal to the western island. Be careful, the orcs are as thick as flies there. They got my poor brother Laszlo. They've driven him mad with torture trying to figure out the secret of these portals. Look, I know you've already saved my life today, but if there's any way you can rescue my brother Laszlo from those slavers, I'd be grateful. Pretty soon they're gonna realize he can't tell them anything they want to know. And they'll... well, I'll never see him again. Meet me back at Water's Edge if you can. The Depending on what I can salvage from the stolen goods here, I might be able to rebuild my shop, even restock it. If you need anything, come by and I'll give you what help I can.
Oh, one last thing. I found this hidden in the bottom of the cage. I think that crazy human who had the cage before me buried it there. Here, take it. Could be important if you meet up with him again. Right, now I'm going. Oh, I'll see you back at that village on the other island when you get done, you know, killing everything here in the pit.
You're so sweet. You deserve a reward. Let's see. Gold? No. Jewels? No. Magic weapons? No. Oh, I know. I'll give you a sea blessing. It'll allow you to breathe water like it was air. Well, as long as you're here in the pit.
You are the first visitor to my kingdom since Inuruk's curse. It was his hate that turned this land to ash, robbed my disciples of their will, and left me to live here in these halls. I know why you have come. You seek the horn of ill omen, which lies here in the pit. Oh yes, the horn is still here, waiting to be found. It is a powerful thing. A single note from its depths can shatter the planar barriers like 1,000 battering rams. I will help you find it, but first, you must do as I command. I swore that I would live to see Inuruk's curse over this land lifted. And to do that, you must find a way to enter the sealed temple on the other side of the Ashen Plain. There, you must extinguish the braziers of hate that burn within. To do this, you will need a part of me. My heart. It lies buried within my chest. Yet it beats no longer, and I have no use for it. Take it. Carry it to the temple, and cast it into each of the braziers. The love I have for my people still flows in my blood, and it will put out hatred's fires. Go now. Do not return until you have done as I have commanded.
I know we've never met, but I can only ask that you trust me. I have not the time nor the strength to tell you my history, or why our destinies are intertwined. I am Firion of thee. I have been imprisoned by the cruel forces that oppose you, but through my arts, I am still able to give you this warning. Stay on your path, my champion, and do not despair. I will aid you if I can.
All this trouble over one so small as you? In my many years, never have you small ones caused as much trouble as you have now, with all your deals and oaths and deceptions. I regret ever allowing Pellis through my gate, and I regret the oath I swore to aid him. When he told me you were coming here and ordered me to slay you, I thought you must be a giant, some great hero of legend. I actually thought you might be able to kill me. But I see that Pellis has insulted me yet again by delivering a nuisance to my door. At another time, I might have let you go on your way without bloodshed. But I gave Pellis my word that I would dispose of you. And I am no Oathbreaker. You may have a moment to pray to whatever gods you will, little one. It is the least I can do before you join them.
There's no place to put that.
How come you're not in chains? I am. I'm in chains. I've got more chains than skin. That's not right, is it? I mean, why should you be free and not Laszlo? It's all right, Laszlo. Calm down. Take it easy. Don't get mad. It's not this one's fault. This one might even be here to help you. I'm sorry. I got carried away there. It's been such a long time since... well, since anything. The slavers, they tortured me, and then when they couldn't understand what I was saying, they sent me here to work for that cloud giant. He's got a secret portal, a portal not even the slavers and their orc leader know about. But the giant's too big to go through it, so he sends slaves out into the ice beyond the gate to look for something. But he's not going to find it, though, is he, Laszlo? Not among those frozen ships with their skeleton hulls. No. It's already gone. But maybe Laszlo said too much. Maybe you're the orc that the giant answers to. Except you're wearing a different skin, a different face, to get me to tell you my secrets. Prove it! The orc said he'd never free me. Unlock me. Only then will Laszlo trust you.
You have pursued me all this way, slain my allies, but now you've found the one thing I've been searching months for, and the last thing needed for the war on Norrath to truly begin. When I summoned that storm that killed your ship, I thought you were Vanarost. He commissioned that ship from the gnomes, and I was certain he planned some sort of betrayal. Imagine my surprise when I found you at the helm instead. When you crawled to shore, it was all I could do not to kill you. You have more lives than any opponent I've ever known. But then, it occurred to me that I could use your strength to my advantage. The Horn of Ill Omen had always eluded me. But perhaps, I thought, you might be able to find it. And if you failed, then you would no doubt die in the attempt. But you survived! Until now. And here we are again, face to face. But hate wears many faces, and my true face is the one I wish you to see before you die.
I did not lie to you before. My father and I have been searching for this horn for some time. It has the power to shatter planar barriers, to tear down the walls between dimensions, and, unlike you, I know how to use it.
It had been decided the impending war was to be halted. Somehow, Inarok's army would be destroyed, or Norrath would fall into an era of misery and suffering, a time foretold as the era of hate.
My champion, I know you have suffered greatly, but know your cause is just. Without your efforts, Norrath would be lost. I come to you from the plane of hate. There, Inarok holds many souls in his fiery cauldron, and through us, he feeds his army of hate. Find us, free us, and together we can still stop Inarok's invasion. A portal to his plane lies through the fires. But only hate itself is allowed to pass. It is up to you to find a way.
There's no place to put that.
You have failed, champion of Norrath. While you've been chasing me, I have rallied my forces. Once again, elvish blood runs through the forests above. And in Black Delve Reach, Vanarost has recovered from your attack, resurrecting the fallen to fight again. Soon, Inarok, my lord Inarok, will open the planar gates, and my army shall flow forth like the tide, drowning all of Norrath in blood. If there is anything to be gained from your interference, then it shall be as entertainment. I have lured you here, and now you will fight to the death for my pleasure.
Hurry now. Inarok must be stopped. Enter the portal.
It seemed to be the beginning of the end for the people of Norrath. Inarek's army had assembled. The planar barriers were about to fall, and it seemed as if nothing could stop his advance. Yet as the army of hate prepared itself for war, a strange presence was felt in the darkened alleys of Inarek's plain. A dagger, which not only threatened the heart of his army, but the black heart of the prince himself. And so, with victory and ruin balanced on the edge of a blade, Inarak was forced to take matters into his own hands.
So, you survived. I suppose I should not be surprised. Shall we match blades? One last time, champion of Norrath? Tell me, champion of Norrath, can you hear that? That is the horn of ill omen. Your gift is the only key that can open the portal of every plane of every god known in Norrath. That sound marks the closing of an age and the emergence of a new era. Our era. But you will not live to see this.
Our era?
Inarok! Lord Inarok! I meant no insult. Only...
I have watched you travel your path, Palace. Everything you have touched has ended in failure and ruin. Were it not for you, Norrath would already be mine. You sought to become the child of hate, Palace Civil. But to hate, one must suffer.
Lord Inarok, I beg you.
You do not have the power to defeat me. I will teach you the true meaning of pain. Your scream shall crack the stones of this plane, and your blood shall fill those cracks. I will see you burn in hatred's fires.
You have come far, my champion, and your journey is nearly over. You have defeated the guardian of Inarok's fortress, and now he is vulnerable. The barrier of hate is his weakest point. It draws its power from his cauldron and shields his innermost sanctum. Save enough souls from his cauldron, and the barrier will fall. Guide the soul through the halls of despair, across the plane of hate, and into the plane of air. You will know when enough have been saved.
Enter my domain, and I promise you suffering, pain, and more deaths than a mortal mind can imagine.
Thank Tanara, you have arrived. Free me, and I can help you end Inaruk's mad scheme. You see the seals? Break them, and I will be free. Hurry! There isn't much time!
You are a fool to come here. I will teach you what it means to suffer. You shall trouble me no longer. Die!
Thank you. Those seals in the prison were draining the last of my power. Had you not found me, I doubt I would have had the strength to contact you again. You saved me, and for that, you have my gratitude. But our battle is not yet won. Inaruk's army marches on. To stop him, you will need a weapon, one forged without malice or hate. Few are pure enough in spirit to hold such a weapon. To wield the planar steel, you must first purge the hatred within yourself.
You are strong to have come this far. Do you think it was your faith that gave you this strength? You have slaughtered legions carving your path to me. And you lie if you deny that you took pleasure in the blood that pounded through your veins with each enemy that fell before you. It was hatred's fire that burned in your heart. That makes you my disciple, no matter what god you serve. I now offer you the chance to pledge yourself to me. Your soul is mine.
Without Inaruk's power, the hate that had fueled his armies began to consume itself. In Fadewar, the orc and goblin hordes remembered old animosities and turned on each other, leaving them vulnerable to the armies of the elves. The battles that followed were short and decisive, and the strength of the enemy was broken. Elsewhere across the plains, the gods of Norrath drove the invaders back. Great barriers were formed around the planar portals, sealing them. Norrath again became a land in balance, and all was good. But what is good without hate?